Hello. I don't I don't know who's all here, but hi, what's up? This is Zen. I'm just chilling. I'm eating chocolate and crocheting and just relaxing. Just wanted to chat with people while we crochet and just have a chill party. How's you guys doing? Hello. It's been a second since I've been on the channel, so I figured I'd come and just hang out for a bit. Watching me crochet and talk blibberish, gibberish, I guess. I don't know. That's all worth it for you. I'm glad. I'm we're just really dissociated. This is Zen. I said that earlier, I think. Someone can continuously say it's Zen fronting, so that way every new person that comes in doesn't have to um, you know, ask who's fronting, because that gets a little tedious to say every single time. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, we're feeling better. Um, we still have a kidney infection, and it's not fun, but we're doing a lot better. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being a mod. Yeah, I'm making a blanket. It's queen sized. And this is a day and a half's work. Probably like 4 hours, maybe 5 hours. They're taking a nap right now. I don't think we'd put up a whiteboard to tell who's fronting. It's just like I don't I don't know. You can just call us acrylic. That's our system name. You're therefore not misnaming us. Well, the thing about lines is you gotta count the first two lines and then afterwards you're good. Oh, you finished your sketch. That's awesome. Yeah. Whenever you're done with a line, you just gotta chain two and then go the other direction, and then you'll never have not straight lines. I don't know if that makes sense. Just chain two, and then you'll never have not straight lines. And when you're learning, work with light colored yarn because it's so much easier. But yeah, doggos are taking, well, they're supposed to be taking a nap. They just got done playing. Have Salad here with me. She's a real sweetie pie. How long have we been knitting or crocheting? We've been crocheting. Um, yeah, we got water, food, and the meds. We've been crocheting since we were like 7. Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, I honestly just look up crocheting for beginners on YouTube, and you'll get a ton of results with lots of people. Lots of people that can help you. But yeah, we don't know how to knit. We tried to learn and it didn't work for us. Crocheting isn't that confusing. When you look at beginner tutorials, it's for beginners. They go super duper slow and they show you literally everything. Literally, this right here. So you start with a loop, and they teach you how to do that. This right here, where you yarn over and then pull through, and then yarn over and pull through. That's how you make your first chain. And then after that, it's, yeah. Knitting is way more complex, and we never were able to get past the one needle. We could do the one needle, but two needles? Never. Thank you. We got it from the Healing Together conference. It's pretty warm, and it's a little chilly in this house, so. Doesn't quite match our shirt, but it is very warm. So how are you guys doing this evening? This lovely, lovely evening. We are tired because we cleaned out our pantry and reorganized because we haven't done that since Ether's sister moved out, and we had chips that were expired from when she moved in. So yeah, so we did that, and we played with Crow and Audie out in the field. And we had a client today for dog training, and we taught their dog how to play fetch. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, our dogs are taking a timeout right now. They can't come out. But you can see them on our last live stream. We're crocheting a blanket. A queen-sized blanket. And this is a day and a half's work. We started this yesterday morning. But there's lots of tutorials on how to crochet on YouTube, and it's amazing. And we learn almost all of our crochet stuff on YouTube. I mean, minus our starting point. Our starting point came from our mom. And now we just learn a bunch of stuff on YouTube because we love learning new stitches. I think it's called the basket weave, if you're interested in learning how to do it. I would get comfortable just regular crocheting and figuring out how to hold the yarn and work the needle before you jump in, but I mean, by all means, jump in. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I don't know if I sneezed or what, but I'm good. The dogs are just taking a chill pill because they were roughhousing too rough. So they have to take timeouts once in a while to calm themselves down and take a nap. But yeah, I've just been vibing in our world and stuff. We've been sick for quite some time, actually. Um, on the 10th of January, we got tested positive for COVID, and that was 2 or 3 days after we had gotten COVID. Um, we got COVID and got an ear infection. We got strep throat and muscle problems, and we lost our sense of smell. That was not fun. The fever is definitely not fun. Uh, yeah, the fever is definitely not fun. We collapsed in pain. Um, I look kind of like a stoner in our world. Just a generic stoner, I would say. Um, and yeah, so we got COVID, and then probably about a week ago, we got a kidney infection. So that was a lot of fun. And Crow is Ether's dog, so they like her just fine. Odyssey's our dog. He doesn't have to like him. um, but yeah. He's doing fine with it though. He likes training her, and he's getting real into the vibes of having a dog of his own and taking her out and leading her around and stuff. But yeah, Crow's Ether's dog. Yeah, if I can find a picture, I might make a Meet My Altars intro. I know that's like, people say that. Oh, that's fine. You don't have to stay. I'm just chilling. If you want to chill, you can chill. If you don't, you don't. And that's totally fine. Um, but yeah. So so our inner world is having like really interesting moving stuff going on. So there's a difference between integration and fusion. And for us, we use integration both as integration and fusion. Um, and it was kind of funny. We told our therapist that we were integrating some of our inner world. And what we meant was, I didn't know Kia's back. That's cool. What we meant was like, basically, we have two major land masses in our inner world. We have the mainland, or what we call the mainland, and then we have the island. And the island is where everyone's moving. So we're moving everyone from the mainland to the island. And so we're basically having a mass integration. And our therapist was like, without telling me. And then we explained to her, like, no, that's not the type of integration we're talking about. We're talking about like moving things closer together so our amnesia gets better and we don't have so many struggles with communication. And she's like, oh, okay, I totally support that. So I've been working on getting people from the mainland to the island. Can you settle? I will separate you. You're in there for a reason. Um, and so like the island is gonna be everyone's new home, and so I'm helping move a bunch of people over from the mainland to the island, and we're gonna basically let the mainland grow back, because what's kind of happening is agriculturally in our world we do have agricultural systems, and that's fun because our mainland is basically dying of its resources. So in order for us to get our mainland back to a functional place, we need to move everyone off of the mainland so the ecosystem can grow back. and so things can thrive there again. And that's not happening right now. So it's just this big major thing to help us communicate, but also to help our system heal a little bit. Um, and the tribes are definitely the tribes are definitely not happy about it. We have like 5 tribes that we got to move over, and they're like, this is sacred land, we can't move. And so basically we've had the empire freaking kidnapping them and taking them over to the island and setting them up on this, like, it's bare land, and they're helping them build different types of tribal areas, because a lot of the tribes use stick huts made out of sticks, mud, and basically once the mud is dried, it's basically like cement. And so it's really hard for those buildings to collapse, which is great because they're easy to make, but they stay up for long periods of time. So it seems bad that our system is kidnapping people, but I mean people in the inner world, not people out here. That would be awful. Um, but it's to really try and help our inner world heal itself and get back to nature, basically. And so our inner world is like crazy mess right now. Um, yeah, so we're trying to get the tribes to cooperate with us before we decide to forcefully move them over, because this is a big thing for our inner world. It's like we have to make sure that our inner world thrives, and not everybody agrees on that point, but we have to do it anyway because it's for our mental health as well as the longevity of the people, and like making sure everyone can thrive in our world. So it's a lot to deal with, but we're making it happen. Um, yeah. So man, we went from like 16 people to 8 people, and I'm sorry if I'm boring people. Um, I know that I'm not the most animated person alive in our system, but I think this is interesting information because a lot of people in our world are like, why would you ever do this to us? um, it's almost done. We've got. I'm glad you guys like to learn and figure things out with us. Um, chill is good. I'm glad, but yeah. So we're literally moving everything over, and it's taking a while. We still have a couple system members that are missing because they don't want to um, they don't want to be found or moved. And what we're thinking is some people are in the underground, which are these tunnels that go under our entire system. um, and the underworld is controlled by Lucifer, which is kind of hilarious. And we're trying to figure out what that's all about, because you go into the underworld and it doesn't seem like there should be that amount of tunnels. So it's almost like the amount of tunnel is not actual, and like you kind of go into this like time warp. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland, which kind of scares us because there's other things that could come into play. But yeah, what's up in our world, people? Yeah. Um. But yeah, so it's interesting. It's like a totally different land. the inner world. I mean, it is possible, but most of the time it's not because you don't go where you don't know unless you have an escort. Um, so when you go into the underground tunnels, it's almost like you go into this portal that it's insane because you can go from the mainland to the island in like an hour in the tunnels, but it takes about 6 hours on land. And so it's almost like the tunnels are either shorter or longer than they should be. I don't know if that makes sense. And it doesn't really make sense because it's like, I don't know. I love how everyone's so excited to hear about us talking about our inner world, even though there's not a lot of you here tonight. That's totally chill. But, no, I messed up. All right, go back. But yeah, so it's super weird how the tunnels work, and I'm just like, what? When I figured out that the tunnels literally are either longer or shorter than they need to be. And there's also an underground city, which we're helping rebuild because that's going to be where some of our people go, like the Shadow Tribe, because that's where they were supposed to be, I guess. I don't know how systems work. I'm just an altar. um, that's how I feel about a lot of things, honestly. We have a space inner world called the Veil, where you go to relax and you can't remember anything that happened while you were over there. And we have an inkling that the tunnels actually reach there. If you go there through the tunnels, then you actually can access it. And I have a feeling that Leon is the only one who's been able to do this. And Leon is like, I don't know if I'm far enough in to say a word if I want to monetize this, but he's a candy dealer. How about that? He's a candy dealer, and he basically knows everyone, and he knows a crap ton about our system. And he's probably the one to talk about all the tunnels and intricacies of our tunnels and how they work, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, so our underground is getting a revamp, and our mainland is getting moved to the island, which is bigger than the mainland. I don't understand why we call it the mainland when it's basically an island and not the actual mainland. The things you figure out. um, Hopefully, some people know what I mean when I say candy dealer. Proves your point about what you said. Oh my god. Do you see this? She's sleeping on her face. She's literally sleeping on her face. um, but yeah, so Leon is amazing and knows a crap ton about our system and has like told us so much. Um, and he's like, "Oh, well, you haven't figured it out for the last 8 months, so let me point it out." And he's the one that he discovered the island before anyone else discovered the island. and found out that someone from the island had been fronting for like 3 years before we figured out the island even existed. And then the Empire was like, we knew the island was there all along because we had a war. And if you haven't caught our podcasts on here, there's literally like 6 or 7 of them. If you go into our playlists, I think you can do that on our channel. There's playlists. There's literally a podcast playlist. And if you go to our podcast playlist, we talk all about our inner world and all about the different creatures and crap that are in our inner world. And it's so in depth. It talks about our inner world's history and our inner world's just everything. And it's crazy. Um, I'm in my inner world and I think it's crazy. But yeah, so man, the Empire was basically like, yeah, I knew all along, but I wasn't gonna tell you. And Ember freaking faked his own death, and you just watch all the altars. No, not all of the altars can see the inner world when they're fronting, but everyone is in the inner world, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, so the Empire was like, Ember died, but really he didn't die. He faked his own death. And again, this is all on the podcasts. So if you want to go get a recap, you can just go into the podcast thing. But yeah, so at the time, no one thought Ember was an altar. Everyone thought Ember was what we call a hologram, I guess. I don't know. We kind of called them extras, and then we went to calling them holograms. And so we thought, oh, Ember died. He's gone because holograms can die, altars cannot. And so everyone was like, oh yeah, Ember died. But in reality, he faked his own death. And so he escaped to the island, and he there's a bridge from our mainland to the island, and he blew it up. And no one seemed to know about this. Um, and so, yeah, everyone thought Ember faked his own death. He was really on the island. And the Empire was like, hush, hush, we're going to cover this up because this is a great thing to cover up, right? This is amazing. We got to cover this up and make sure that no one else figures out that Ember died in a bridge explosion. They still thought he died. They didn't know that he faked his own death. Literally everyone thought Ember died. So yeah. And then when Leon found the island, he was like, oh, no, Ember's not dead. But I'm going to keep this from the system until they're ready to know about this because Ember decided some things that were not so great for the system. Um, yeah, he faked his own death, and we have holograms, so he was able to fake his own death. Like, can you get any more intricate? The history is just insane. Um, yeah. And so, anyway, I think I lost track of what I was saying, but that related somehow back to the Shadow Tribe, which is kind of like a mist form. Like they can have human body forms, but they can float around as like mist people. Um, and so the Shadow Tribe is now taking over the underworld, which is in the tunnels that are under our system. And if that's not the most intricate thing that our brain could have thought of when we were a child, I don't know what is. And I feel like we've been gypped. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know exactly what that word means. um yeah, so there's a lot that went into the backstory of our system, and I don't know if our brain just thought it up or if it was happening while we were a child and we just didn't know about any of it. But I don't know how systems work. Stop asking me how systems work. No, you do no. Your system is not missing out. There is like so much trauma that went into the history of our system. People were decapitated. That you do not want that. You don't want that. Just because our system history is like interesting and intriguing and you'd still want to hear about it, it doesn't mean you're missing out on anything. It just it makes us interesting, but not getting something you um oh yeah but honestly they're yeah. Oh no, you're fine. I'm just like, man, if you think you're missing out on some cool stuff, like, oh man. Yeah, but yeah, so it's oh my goodness. There's so much and I'm like really tired, so my eyes are drooping. I'm sorry. What is this? Oh, it's a crochet hook. I thought that was a piece of candy. There's Ether's. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Ether's making these blankets. We're gonna be selling them on Etsy. Um, I thought that his crochet hook, the tip of his crochet hook, was a piece of candy, and I was about ready to eat it. Um, yeah, I feel like inner world trauma relates to outer world trauma in the most abstract of ways. And every time something happens, it's like, yeah, you're, say, sport or worsted weights. I have no clue. All I know is right now we're working on this. This is what we're working on right now. But yeah, I feel like inner world trauma hella relates to outer world trauma, and it's like, oh my goodness. So, you remember that war we had? We had several wars. All of them correlate with our parents getting divorced or fighting. I mean, sure, we can always use more yarn. Um, Hopefully it's the same type and width so we can actually make things out of it. um, but yeah, so uh, a lot of stuff that happened in our world correlates very it's just a disconnect between what actually happened outer world. Like I said, the war correlates with our parents fighting. Oh, it's not bulky yarn. It's pretty thin yarn. This was this is the bulky yarn that Ether's using. But I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna send us yarn, hopefully the yarn that you're sending us is kind of all cohesive because people and I'm not saying that the gifts that we get are bad or anything. Um, a stash of finished products. That's up in Ether's office. But the yarn that people send us are usually like this. They'll send us one skein of like this and one skein of acrylic yarn, and this is knit yarn. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it is like rope. Whereas this is twisted yarn. It's the yarn we normally work with. And so when people send us one thing of this and then a bunch of acrylic yarn, we don't know what to do with this. And I would love to buy more, but yeah. Let me go back and read some comments. Yes, acrylic yarn. That's what this is. This is acrylic, but it's like a jersey color. Yeah, you can totally send them our way. We love yarn. We love crocheting and knitting and all these things. Sadie's doing well. It is. It is. I cannot believe you knew the brand by me just showing you what type of yarn this is. My gosh, hand clap. We don't really talk about our system rules because once you get to a certain size, everything becomes a little muddled. It's almost like people take on the rules that are needed as they're needed and give people breaks and stuff. Yeah, that's amazing. Like, I'm not even lying. You guessed it. 100%. You guessed it. Oh my god, I can't believe. Oh man. Yeah, inner world trauma is absolutely real. Alters can do bad things to each other. um and that's not fun. I feel like saying that's not fun is just downplaying it, but like what else am I supposed to say? Like sure, yeah, the trauma is all in your head, but also it's an inner world, and inner worlds are real to the people who live in the inner worlds. It's so much more intricate than some people want to believe. Okay, I think I did that right. I'm pretty sure I did that right. I wasn't looking, so. Yeah, it feels like a secondary reality, honestly. And that's how the alters live. Like Leon couldn't come out here and sail across the ocean. We don't have the money for that, but they're very good at like going places and traveling in our world. And so it's uh, and I don't know. And it's so hard like we feel like there's definitely alter types. You know, there's protectors, persecutors, just all the alter types, trauma holders, of course. But then when you get to a certain age and you know, like, that you're a system, I feel like alters start to change and their roles don't always stay the same. And sometimes their roles get mixed in with other roles because they grow and learn. They don't just stay the same when you're healing. And so like Ashley was just an I don't know, persecutor, but now she's a persecutor and a trauma holder, which we know she's always been a trauma holder, but like that was new information to us, and she's taking more of the role of trauma holder. So it's like I said, it's really intricate, and just when you get to a certain size in your system, it's like holy cow. I can't keep track of all the altar roles, you know? Uh, yeah, weed, California. Weed. We purposely put it in Weed, California. Cool. I finished another row. Now we're going the other way. All right. But yeah, so it's just like inner worlds are so intricate, and you can't really, like, nobody's gonna have the same inner world system inner workings. Oh, I have no clue who Nin is, unless you're talking about dissociated. Brains are whack. Like, I don't keep up with dissociated, honestly. Like, they do their thing, we do our thing, and that's totally chill. I think they talked about our camping trip, but that's about it. And that's the last that I've heard, and I heard that from someone. So I don't know. I Yeah. Um. But yeah. So I don't know. You guys got other questions about our inner world? Cause like there's so much, man. I don't know if they talked about redacted. Honestly, like it sounded like someone said they did on a podcast, and they said it was a good idea. I I didn't. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is someone on the last live stream was like, "Oh, they were talking about the camp trip, and they said it was awesome and a great idea." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't keep up with them." And it's just like whatever. Do I have a favorite place in the inner world? My favorite place was this big, massive tree. I don't know if I do what. Um, I don't know. I think it was the most recent ones. One of the most recent ones. But my favorite place to go inner world, I can't go to anymore because it's on the mainland, and we're letting the mainland heal, as I was talking about earlier. And it was this big, massive tree, and I used to go there with Rain. Um, I honestly I don't want to hear about Dissociated. I wish them all the best, but they don't got anything to do with us. Um, no offense to them, and I wish them all the best. I just don't really want to hear about them. There's too much trauma regarding them. Um, but this big tree inner world, and it we used to go there with Rain, who is oh yeah, brain freeze probably. I don't know. We don't get brain freezes very much. But yeah, there is this big tree, and it's a living thing. It's an altar, but not an altar. Um, we didn't know it was an altar, but it moved, so it's definitely an altar. And it has this like big spiral in it. Um, and the spiral has a bunch of sap, and it grow like the sap glows in the dark, and because the sap glows in the dark, the tree only moves in the daytime, which is totally interesting. But I used to love going to that tree. Um, I don't really have a favorite color. I like colors. But yeah, so that big tree was amazing. It was definitely awesome. Me and Rain used to climb to the top of it and just watch over everything. And it's this massive tree. Like the trunk of the tree trunk is like probably bigger than Walmart. That's how big the tree is. It's massive and it takes up so much space. But it's just a beautiful tree and I absolutely adore that thing. I would never put sap from that tree in a jar because it's an altar. The tree is an altar. Thank you. The cat appreciates the cute comments. I'll give her scratches. Um, I mean, trees used to be that big here, but yeah, it's definitely an altar, and I think it can turn into a human form. I'm not positive, but yeah, and so I think it loves people climbing on it because it would like stop moving when we climbed on it, but in a way because it is very weird rumbly movements that people would just fall off if it like was moving while you were trying to climb it. And so I think we have a painting of this tree somewhere. Um, and so like I think it really enjoys people climbing up on it because it's just like it stops so people don't fall, and then you get up to the top and you can just look over the entirety of land, and like it's amazing. It's a beautiful sight, but I won't be able to go back there for a while until the grass starts growing again and the trees aren't dead, because that's what's happening is like the trees are dying off and the grass is all brown and everything's turning dirt. So there's this big massive movement to replant things and make things pretty, and yeah. um but yeah, so I've honestly like I've been hanging out um on the island after I moved a few people over because I need a break from moving. Oh my god, I helped with so much of it. There's this funny story though. So there was this big war between there's this big war between the island and the empire because Ember, unfortunately, is still a troublemaker, and there's this like sacred thing that everyone goes to on the island, and he defaced it. He had to scrub it and stuff, but no one knew it was him, and everyone thought someone from the Empire was mad at someone from the island, and so they defaced this big, wonderful, gorgeous piece of property. And so a giant war started out, and Ember was the cause of it. But because of this war, everyone was like, vacate to the smaller island. There's this small island that a bunch of people go to vacation on, basically. And so the Hellhounds can't really talk that well. They can, but they can't. And so it was funny. The adults were teaching the littles how to ride these giant dogs that are probably the size of 2 or 3 cars. And so the adults were trying to teach the littles how to ride these giant dogs. And the littles, I can't remember what the first thing they taught them was. But when they went across the river onto the smaller island, because the littles couldn't swim across to the smaller island. The adults can, but the littles couldn't. And so the hellhounds carried them over to the island. And it was kind of hilarious because on the way, the adults were face palming because the littles had taught the hellhounds to say water, except for the hellhounds can't talk very well. So it started out with a water, and now you got 15 hellhounds going across this river going water, water, water in this like deep grumbly voice, and it's just it's almost terrifying to hear because you got these hellhounds that are ginormous and their voices are so deep that it's just like a bunch of loud bass speakers going across this water going water, water, and the littles thought it was the funniest thing ever. And so that happened again when the hellhounds were going across the bridge to yeah. uh but that was fun, and so the littles had a lot of fun with that. The adults didn't so much like it. It was just a chorus for like 3 hours of hellhound saying water. um so the adults got annoyed pretty quickly, but the littles thought it was absolutely hilarious. And so that's how the littles taught the hellhounds how to speak. That's yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, 3 hours. Yeah. Littles are powerhouses. I don't understand it. The adults kind of thought it was gonna be a shit show. Um, and it just turned into the littles just teaching the hellhounds to say most obnoxious things. Yes, 3 hours of water. Yeah. It's even funnier when they get onto land and they're still saying water. But yeah, so now it's just a running joke every time someone comes back with like a water bottle or something, that someone points to the water bottle filled with water and goes water. And so this is a joke in the house now because of course Ether knows about the whole hellhounds carrying the littles across the river. So yeah, it's a running joke now. I'm gonna need a couple of these 1 pound things to make this blanket. My goodness. These blankets are gonna go for like $300 on our Etsy. $300 or $400. If you want a blanket commissioned, it's gonna be $450 and you gotta pay $200 up front. Because oh my goodness. You have to buy so much yarn. You have to buy so much yarn to make these things. I don't know anyone who could really afford that follows us, but that's what it's gonna be. If you commission a blanket out of us, um, if you commission a blanket out of us, it's gonna be a little pricey because these take so long to make and the yarn is so expensive. Yes, we are hydrated. In fact, I need to use the restroom here in a moment. Having a kidney infection, you have to drink a lot of water. And now I've got a chorus of hellhounds saying water again. Save me! Oh man. But yeah, so having a kidney infection, you gotta have a lot of water. Man, come on. I just want to untangle the yarn. So, this, it's kind of dumb. I kind of hate it. But the yarn that I'm using had a solid, like, 300 yards that was super thin and, like, gross feeling to touch. And I said, I'm not going to work with that. I might make the top part of the blanket out of it, but I'm not going to work with that right now. That is a disgusting feeling on my hands, and I feel like I should get some sort of compensation for the 300 yards that I had to take out of a 1,000-yard ball of yarn. Like, yeah. I feel like I should have some compensation for that. That's ridiculous. It was so thin that, like, I had to stop working with it. I had to pull out an entire row, and it takes like 35 minutes to get an entire row done. I had to pull out an entire row because I was so done working with the thin yarn. Ugh, yeah. I love this brand though. Hey. Yeah, it is awful. And I feel like I should get some sort of compensation, but I don't know how to contact the company. Honestly, I really don't know how to contact the company and be like, hey, yo, this is BS. That's like a solid 300 yards that I couldn't use for my project, and now I have to go buy a third thing of yarn because your incompetent asses couldn't figure it out. But I don't know how to contact the company. Maybe someone can contact the company for us. I have no clue what Arthur is, and I really don't feel like getting into another show because oh my goodness. I do know what Arthur is. Please don't explain it to me. But yeah. I don't want to get into another show. We got like 5 shows going on right now. Yeah, I know I can look them up, but it's so difficult. I know Google is a thing. I tell people to Google things all the time. People kept asking me where Crater Lake was. And Crater Lake is like, I don't know. Crater Lake is literally it's a national park. So it's like I'm not going to start another show. We got like 5 shows going. I will start another show once we finish our 5 other shows that we're watching, man. It's crazy how many shows we got going on. And we're re-watching shows. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, we're re-watching shows so we can figure things out. When TikTok gives you a notification that just says, I want my money back, I, I, I don't know what you're talking about, and that makes me not want to click it. Oh, man. Yeah, our Netflix list is just ever growing. Plus, we got Disney. We got Disney Plus, and we got Hulu. So, like, there's a crap ton of shows that we're watching, and it's just insane. There's just so much. TikTok notifications are always random. Like, he cheated on my wife. What? Why would someone cheat on your wife? Aren't you married to your wife? It's just I don't want the question answered at that point. I just don't want the question answered. No, don't fall. Oh my God, there's so much yarn. And I hate it because it's so tangled. This is like my favorite brand. And usually I don't have a problem with it, but it is so tangled. I watch everything on Disney Plus. Are you kidding? The littles are crazy. You guys are hella chill for chilling out. Like, there's only 15 of you here, and we had like 70 when Ether was here, but like, I feel like we kind of just don't. I don't know. It's always been that way. They've been popular, and we've just been kind of sitting in the background, and their videos get like 23,000 views, and our videos get like 500 views, and I just don't understand the logic there. Maybe it's YouTube. Maybe YouTube knows better than us, but like that just it feels awful sometimes. I'm sorry for just dragging that out in the open, but like we're a couple. Shouldn't we both get good views? Oh, I'm glad you made it. Hi. We're just chilling and I'm untangling yarn and needing to use the restroom very much so, but I'm determined to untangle this yarn beforehand. Oh yeah. No, I know people watch our lives and stuff, but like we're talking about just regular videos, you know? Like Ether is the popular one, and whenever we stream, we always get asked, "Hey, where's Ether?" And then, we go from 30 viewers to 9 viewers because they're not here, they're at work, they're at a party, they're doing something else. They're up in their office. No, I'm finishing untangling this yarn. I'm almost done. I'm literally almost done. I don't know how long I've been doing this for, but I'm glad you like us a lot. I just don't get YouTube's thing when we have a video on our own and Aether has a video on their own and they get so many more views than we do. It's just confusing. I don't know if it's because we talk different or like they just have a better presence than us. Tell us what we're doing wrong. Yeah, YouTube's not fair. Hey, you little brat, don't do that. Yeah, YouTube's not fair. Well, we want people to think. We want to make people think. Think. I don't know. We dissociate a lot, and there's no changing the way we speak because we're normally always dissociated. So I don't know what to tell people who don't like our vernacular. But we're writing a book that's going to help a lot of people, and sure, the book isn't done yet, and we said it would be, but it's still in the making. We're still going with it. Yeah, like, we are quite literally a channel for d.i.d, which is a trauma based disorder. If you're not expecting us to talk about trauma based things, like, what are you expecting us to talk about? We're not just going to talk about all the fun things that happen with ourselves. Like, we do that from time to time, like, oh my goodness, our inner world, because that's an interesting thing to talk about. But uh but yeah, I don't know. A lot of things scare us, but we still talk about it because things are important to relate to. Like, the one thing that we realize that all systems have that I have not heard anyone talk about, minus one person who probably heard me speak about it the other day and then made a video about it is detaching from your emotions. Like dissociating from your emotions and not being able to feel. And being fake claimed over it too. Like when we put our trauma video out there, we literally talked about our trauma. Someone fake claimed us because we were talking about it too casually. But in reality, it's like it is so hard for us to connect to our emotions that I don't know. It's almost like we just straight up don't feel anymore. Yeah, I don't know, but like it's literally detachment. So detached. I know, we're gonna make a total big video on it. But I don't know why I just got so excited. But seriously, we haven't cried in over a year. Yeah, it's been over a year since we cried because we're so detached from our emotions that we literally cannot feel. See you later. But yeah, so that's like one thing that I feel like no one, literally no one, has spoken about, minus one person that we just saw. And so like when we do end up talking about our traumas, we literally just sit there and go, yeah, this happened. And we have no emotion behind it. We can't connect to the emotion, like the emotion behind that. It's like we're numb to everything. And sure, we can feel little bits here and there, but it's like I really I really don't know. It's not the other parts thing though, because this is a system-wide disconnect. Like depressive alters, sure, they feel extremely depressed, but Ashley is one of our main trauma holders who holds the original reason why we split. And when Ashley talks about it, she literally she used to cry, she used to get mad, she used to yell, but it came to a point at some point, I don't know when, that we just detached from ourselves and detached from the emotions regarding memories. And so it's an actual thing that happens. And we learned about that at the Infinite Mind Conference, and it's something that we realized that no one's ever talked about, and we just was like, oh. So yeah, we haven't cried in a good hot second. We're probably overdue for a mental breakdown. But we're still so detached that it's like, when is it gonna happen? Yeah, So I feel like that's an important topic to probably make a video on, because all the systems that we've asked about detachment with, they've all said they experience it in one way or another, and basically we're just the extreme. We are literally an extreme, and so detached that little bits of emotion come through, but it was almost beat out of us, I guess. I mean, when you literally are so numb and detached that you can't. I mean, we experience happiness, we experience the serotonin, but it's so ingrained in us not to feel the negativity that it's like, oh, eh, we just can't feel the sad. You're not allowed to feel the sad. You're not allowed to connect with the sad. So you're not sad. You have to be happy. I'm just like, I don't I don't want to be happy. I want to be sad. I want to be able to grieve. I want to be able to like connect again and heal and go through trauma processing and recovery because we are so numb to everything that I just want to feel. Please let me feel. I'm normally the happy one. I'm kind of going down this dark path pit of despair, but I feel like it's interesting to talk about. Like, yeah, those words are pretty common. I feel like they shouldn't be, but they are, and it's stupid. But yeah. Oh, we're just talking about detachment and not being able to feel your emotions or connect with your emotions or connect with emotions to memories that you should connect with, such as trauma and not being able to grieve over things. It's not a fun conversation, but it is a conversation, and I feel like it should be had. Never expect me to keep my word. I'm just kidding. I will go to the restroom. Fine. Okay, mom. All right, I'll be right back. my dudes. What's up? It's still Z. I'm just checking comments, so the camera is a lot closer to me. I'm sorry. Oh, you didn't join too late. We're just chilling and crocheting and talking. We're doing pretty good. I'm gonna take the dogs out really fast, one at a time, and then they're probably gonna end up playing around and being crazy. But I'll be right back. Be right back. Alright, gremlins. Let's go. Audie, stay. Alright. Come on, go outside. Go potty, baby. Go potty, it's okay, go potty. You go potty, go on. Go on, go outside. Go outside, go potty. Go outside, go potty. Go. Oh, yes, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, I love you. Alright, go potty. Go. Go potty. Good girl. Alright. Odyssey, outside. Go potty. Odyssey out. Odyssey, outside. Thank you. Go potty. Oh my goodness, you're just so full of it. You're so full of it. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, you just hit me in the face, my man. Just hit me in the face. You're gonna be a biter. You're gonna be a biter. Oh, biter. Oh. Alright, I gotta let Odyssey. Odyssey, come. Alright. You guys wreak havoc, alright? Actually, no, it's dinner time for you, isn't it? Yeah, it's dinner time for you guys. Dinner time and water, and maybe then you'll settle down again, huh? Maybe? No? You guys got a lot of energy. Alright. Audie, Kennel. Kennel. Come in. Kennel, no, this kennel, come in. In. Good boy. There you go. Alright, eat your food. Alright, here you go, Crow. Eat your food. Okay. I'm back again. Well, there might be a chance of settling. Who knows? I just threw a bunch of snackos. I got some snackos. Well, Odyssey's not a complete puppy. He's 17 months now. Well, go eat. I'm eating some snackers because I'm waiting till Ether gets home to eat. I'm sorry you're bored. I'm probably boring you. Gotta take care of the animals and myself. Hello. I know they're a puppy till 2 years, but he's almost out of that stage. He's got a lot of dog qualities. Man, those are sticky. I did not expect those fruit snacks to be so sticky. I know they're puppies till 2 years though. Wait, did I get stickers with this? No, I got mini golf. I got a card. It says mini golf on it. They're these little leather, mango fruit leathers. I don't know. It depends on the day how much we switch. A lot of times Max gets forced out and that's not fun. On a stuck day, none. On a highly switchy day, like, I don't know, 30 times. On a decent day, maybe 3 or 4. And I gotta get the doggies water. One moment. I will get you water. Gotta wait for the water to fill up. Crow, just wait. I'm watching it. These taste like Flintstones vitamins. The chalky vitamins. You know those chewable, like, old Flintstones vitamins that were super duper grainy? This tastes like that without the grain or the chalk. They're pretty good vitamins. We used to have very little communication. We used to have no communication. And I mean, we still barely have communication as is. Bro. We just have more communication than we used to. Takes a lot of work. Mm. Alright, little lady. I'll get you your water. You just wait. You just wait. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Sit. You just wait. Good girl. This is always a struggle to get back on, Crow. You should know that. Alright, which way are we going? This way. Alright. There we go. You got water. Alright. We used to eat a lot of vitamin C too. Lay down. No? We need better communication. Yeah, a lot of people try to tell us we need better communication, and it's true, but we're just like, whatever. Communication is so complicated too. There's so many different ways of communicating. Oh yeah, I was crocheting for you guys. This is what we're working on. It's a blanket. It's a queen size blanket. I feel like I did that completely wrong. Yeah, so if anyone's wondering, let me just show you how much we've gotten done in a day and a half. It's a long strip of blanket. Okay, now where'd my loop go? I have a loop. Give me my loop. Yeah, it's a ton. Like, we've been pretty much nonstop going, and it's like we're if we sell this, it's gonna be expensive. we crochet pretty fast when we're just focusing on things that other than crochet, honestly, like watching TV or talking to you guys. One moment. We're gonna have to go pick Aether up. Okay. Yeah, Daniel and Liberty have a hilarious relationship. That's very true. Anyway, what y'all up to? How's it going? What's hanging? What's the dealio, yo? Can you dig my dog, y'all? I'm sorry. I feel like the dad that tries to be hip and it's not. Crow is being absolutely adorable. She's playing with a cat toy. Alright, Odyssey, I'm gonna let you out, but you behave. You hear me? Go on. No, you don't get her. Go on, behave yourself. Just letting you guys watch some cuteness while we dissociate. Audie's a thirsty boy. You thief. You're a thief, Odyssey. What a thief. Whoa, what a close-up, man. Not cool. Not cool, man. Alright, back to crocheting, I think. Well, that was dramatic. Our tripod, like, collapsed on itself. I think we're gonna have to jimmy rig for a minute. Oh, give me a second. Our filming equipment sometimes likes to be super dramatic. All right, let's see. This is what it's like to be male. All right, let's see. Do. There we go. All right, back to crocheting. Hopefully. All right, see you later. Bye. So, what? I thought you said bye, Russia, and I was like, same, but no, that's a bad joke. And then I was like, wait, no, that was the wrong name. Yeah. Our dyslexia is bad sometimes. I like silence and chill. I cannot talk about the upcoming Redacted because it is redacted. No, we're going to Crater Lake, and there's just going to be tents and cabins and things for littles to do and adults to do and things like that. Hiking or not hiking, things like that. This is Zen. I think it's been a while since someone shouted my name in chat. Anyway, it was a bad idea for us to let Ether go party on their own because they drank too much. So we're gonna have to go pick them up. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, Crow. Oh, hi, Crow. Hi, you little beast. You little beast. Why do you insist on chewing on my hand when you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna push my hand all the way back to your mouth to where you barely have anything. Oh, of course we'll be safe. Aether just went to a axe throwing party and drank too much on an empty stomach. I'm not yet. I have a couple people that I'm interested in. A lot of us are. I'm not. Seems like no one likes the stoner. I'm kidding, because they're all stoners, so. Hey, they throw the axes and then they go drink. I know, we should have gone with, but we were feeling too depleted. So we just ended up streaming. There are safety precautions. I'm sure there's an adult there that's sober. Hi, you. Hi, you. No, do not. Do not. Do not. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Oh, oh, ah. Oh, ow. Why you gotta bite? Why you gotta bite? Huh? Puppies. Crow. What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hmm? No, you cannot have that. Crow. You gotta go outside. No, Odyssey, that is not a cue for you. No. When has that ever been a cue for you to go and bound up the stairs? It's not been. Alright, give me 1 second. This way. Outside this way. Come on, Crow. Come on. One at a time. Alright, both at a time, I guess. Go potty. Odyssey, no, come. Odyssey, let's go. No. Crow, come. Crow. 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 Come on, a little bit. Come on. Crow. Odyssey, let's go. Inside. Come on, boy. Odyssey, come. Now. go. Odyssey. Good girl, Crow. Good girl, Crow. Come here. Come here. Good girl. You want a treat? You want a treat? Come on. Crow, let's go. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, you're way better at your brother than coming inside. Good girl. Thank you. Odyssey, let's go. Come on, boy, inside. Whoa, Odyssey, down. No, stop it. Oh my God. No, come here, now. Now, you need to come here. Come. You need to cool your jets, dude. Come here. Come here. No. Odyssey, kennel. Kennel. No, here. Odyssey, come on, kennel. No, Crow. Crow, you already got your two. Ah. Okay. Whoa. Feisty baby. I'm sorry, guys. Had dogs running in all directions into the park and all of that, so we're covert in public. We're overt in private. Or on the internet, where we talk about d.i.d. because we feel like it should be spoken about. Her real name is Croatoan. We just call her Crow. Crow lady. You want your food? She found a toy. Did you find a dragon? Did you find a dragon? Here. Still got your food? And I got some M&Ms. I want to be more animated. I'm just like weird. I don't know. Crow, there's nothing in there. Crow, Crow. Why? I mean, I'm not as animated. Mickey doesn't exist. It's Max. and Max is in a relationship with Delta 5, and Dorian is in a relationship with Jinx. Bro, what is so interesting over there that you need to dig at the carpet? I feel like I'm out of things to talk about. Yeah, I know Crow smells something in the carpet, but she's like hecka digging at it like there's something actually there, and there's not. She just smells it and digs at it. I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, I know that. I feel like they use smell for sight, kind of like other animals use echolocation for sight. I swear. Probably see things we don't even see. Glad you could make it. We're kind of just chilling and crocheting, and I think I've run out of a lot of things to talk about. Bye. Um, I'm not hyper. I'm actually very tired. I feel like it's time to take an antibiotic, and I am here. Is that what you mean? Because I'm technically here, but I'm not here. I'm on your screen, but you can't see me in real life. But you are seeing me in real life. In almost perfectly real time, too. I don't know. Take an antibiotic. I mean, you can ask about system changes. I don't know how much I'll be able to tell you. Not for doggies. This is fudge. You would die. Okay, first you're spelling Mickey wrong. 2, we don't really have a host position. And 3, Mickey is Max, so please refer to them as Max. Crow. Crow. What do you got? My God. Yeah, some probably checking in, going, no one's speaking, what's happening? And then leaving. I feel like we're far enough in this stream for me to vape. No, we're not really behind on messages. We're just kind of spacey. We're spacey and we don't feel like reaching forward to our phone because the messages disappear every 5 seconds. And that's hard to reach up every single time and stop crocheting. Adi, settle. To check things out, you know? Oh, visitors might be behind on messages. Okay. That makes sense. We're doing pretty aight. We're just chit-chatting. I'm talking to people as they talk to me. And I just took another antibiotic. Hello, welcome in. Because we have a kidney infection, which is not fun. You know, I feel like there's people from Kiwi Farms that just come onto our shit to try and see what we're doing, and I bet you someone on cringe compilations are gonna put something about my inner world in the cringe compilation, and it's gonna be like, well, I don't know why I would fake this awful, awful trauma disorder, but alright, I guess. Kiwi Farms is just yikes. Someone was saying on there that they were going to make like an entire page just for us and then never did. And I feel like they just don't have enough dirt on us. I feel like we should just cook up fake dirt for them so they can be happy with themselves or something. I don't know. I just don't understand what their deal is with systems. Like, why pick on systems, you know? Aether's been in quite a few cringe compilations. Crow, get it over here. Get out of the room, Crow. Crow, come. Kiwi Farms is worse than LOL Cow. Crow! What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, Crow. Good girl. Good girl. Get it. Yeah. Good girl. Stay out here, okay, where I can keep an eye on you. Oh. Oh, hi. Hi. Oh. But, yeah. I just feel like some people come in to try and see, you're a system, right? Well, let me grab some dirt on you. I feel like people do that, and that's really gross, but they just jump into live streams specifically for that. They aren't happy people. They think they are, but they're really not. They're just high school bullies grown up. Oh, one person left. I bet you it was someone from Kiwi Farms. Oh no, they're talking about us. Oh no. Aether system did that. I mean, you can try to draw me, but I don't really know how to describe myself right now. So you can try to draw me. Unless you're talking about our body, then go for it. I don't mind. And I'm coming to the end of another row. This will be row 3 that we've completed since being on stream, and it's been 2 hours. Yeah, I hope people from Kiwi Farms just figure out what's wrong with their own lives before they try and go and fake claim someone else or make fun of someone else. Like, why? I don't know, man. All I know is I want to crochet and I don't want to do nothing else today. I just want to stay and crochet. Oh, no worries. You're fine. Welcome back. I have completed another row on my blanket. I don't know, we crochet a lot of shit, man. It's like, what don't I like to crochet? I don't know, we crochet hats. We've never done a shirt before, but we crochet hats, crochet blankets, gloves, scarves, bags, backpacks, doilies. Like I said, we've never done sweaters, pants, shirts, dresses, nothing like that. Hey, give crochet another shot. Crochet is fantastic. And look up some videos online. Some beginner videos so you can like figure out things. Be like, yo, cool dog. I don't know. I think I'm really out of it at this point. It felt... No. I had it the way I wanted it, and now it's not the way I want it. Okay. I got it back to the way I wanted it. Hey, Crow. Hi, Crow. Come here, baby. No, I'm just gonna... Alright, walk away from me. Fine. Yeah, if we make blankets for someone, it's definitely gonna be commissioned. We're on TikTok now. No, we don't really watch anime. Not anything recent, anyway. Okay, let me just try and figure out how to configure this so it sits on my lap while I crochet and not explodes everywhere. Ugh. What's up, dog? Crow thinks that the stand is pretty. What you doing, Crow? Are you crow-tastic? Huh? Are you crow-tastic? Safety reasons are good reasons not to do social media. My phone is at 5%. I gotta go grab my charger. Be right back. I'm back. And there we go. Yeah. we put Odyssey and Crow on TikTok mostly because we want to show how we're working with them together and what we're doing with them, and show people who seem to think we're abusing our animals that we're not actually abusing our animals, because I don't know. There's people on the internet who seem to think we abuse our animals. So TikTok shows that we haven't, then we're not going to and never will. I don't know, because we just I guess we've gone through quite a few of animals, but we're settling down and trying to figure out what types of animals work for us, you know? Because, like, the Dank situation, people were like, well, you shouldn't have cast Dank aside. He thought he found his forever home. We found him on the side of the road, and we took him in to see if he would work with our family, and we weren't going to send him to a shelter. He went and tried to attack our cats multiple times and played too roughly with Odyssey. So therefore, we rehomed him to a good home. Yeah. And same goes for Willow and Thick Boy. We rehomed them because they were just like, yeah. They needed to be only cats. Willow didn't like the other cats, and Thick Boy was too scared of the other cats. And so they needed different homes than what we could give them, because we had Odyssey and they did not like Odyssey, and there's just a lot of issues, and it's not like we're going to just force animals to be in uncomfortable situations. That's just not who we are. We when we see an animal is not thriving in our care, we're like, all right, you should go to a different home. Like, don't worry about it, Dominic. You're Gucci. But really, like, our animals have always been very well taken care of, and it's only when we see them like not thriving, and we can't change anything about an animal that wants to be alone. If an animal wants to be an only animal, and we have four other animals, we can't change the fact that we have four other animals. Are we going to rehome four different animals for the one, or rehome the one and make the one more comfortable and keep our humble home happy as is without uprooting five other lives? Like, it's a give and take, and it's literally what is best for my animal, not what is best for me and what can I force my animal to be in. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. I'm not going to force a cat to be in a home that they don't like being in. It's just not going to happen. And we keep up with our previous animals too. But yeah, someone called us an animal hoarder. We don't hoard animals. We had birds, and then the birds started making these loud, like, shrieking noises, like a fire alarm, and we got really triggered by them. And then the cats and Dank, like, we made sure everyone got good homes, and we keep up with our previous animals. So I don't know, man. I don't know why I feel like I have to justify our actions. It's just frustrating that people think we mistreat our animals. We don't mistreat our animals. Crow! Crow, you got plenty of things to chew on. Why are you chewing on the cat tree? Crow! Crow! Come here. Dude, you got plenty of other stuff to chew on, literally. Like this yummy bone right here. Look at this. Look at that yummy bone. Crow! Watch where you're going, little baby. Dang. Okay. Sorry about that. Crow tossed you guys. Yeah, some animals just don't work out for you. And others do. Yeah, you're a good girl. Oh. Ow. We got a teething baby here. Teether. You're a teether. Yeah, you are. You're a teether. Oh. The people we got her from said she hated being held, and like she absolutely adores being held. I don't know what they were talking about. We carried her everywhere for the first week because we were being easy on our joints, and we still are, but we, instead of letting her out back, we let her out the sliding glass door that's that way, so she doesn't have to go up and down so many stairs. But yeah. I don't know why I went on that rampage about our animals. I just get frustrated when people like try to question us on like, well, you gave Dank away. Why'd you get another dog? Why are you replacing him? I'm not replacing him. I'm just trying to like make our family a cohesive home. Alright, have fun. Go smoke. I got my vape right here. I'm gonna smoke here. Anyway, what's everyone else doing? Getting ready for bed. Yeah. I should get these pups ready for bed. They gotta go to bed so I can go pick up their dad. Grounding is hard. Which is why we crochet. Crow. Crow. Come here, Crow. That's awesome. Yeah, we got our big ass blanket that we're working on. I can't wait till it gets a little bit longer so I can cover ourselves. Crow. Crow. Crow, can you not eat everything? I know you're a puppy and all, but that can't taste good. No, do not. She's trying to eat the weed. It's very nice, and I'm really excited for it to be done. Because it's going to be super duper warm. We got this like cold thing going in. Crow, what are you doing? Why do you keep digging? She's digging the carpet. Crow, don't even. My foot itches and Crow is being crazy and I'm like, can I please get a break? And she's sitting there chewing on something I know she's not supposed to have. And I'm tired and I gotta go pick up your dad. That's awesome. You get to do nails. I wish I could do nails, but we don't have the stuff for nails. Our nails are kind of gross right now, and that's totally fine by me. More of a naturalistic vibe, my man. I'm gonna point this more down at my crochet because I'm not talking nearly as much as I was. So you guys just get to watch me crochet. Don't everybody talk at once. My God, this thing is so horrible to work with. It's like tied in a knot. Why is it tied in a knot? What is happening here? Come on. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you ran out of wontons. I'll tell you. Sorting out a knotted. Oh my God, that's insane. This is how much I had to pull out to get this. Crow! Yeah, you! My God. Okay. I guess I'm untangling again. This big ball of frustration. This is how I feel. Right here. This is how I feel. You see, I'm holding it with one string, and my God, and then it comes a little bit undone, and then it gets stuck again. You're just like, what am I supposed to do with you? I read that very wrong. I'm so ashamed of myself. I I did read that very wrong. Yes, you're correct. Yeah, I feel terrible. I feel terrible for reading that so wrong. Crow! Get out of everything. You got so many toys. So many toys. Why do you have to eat the red fuzz? Whatever that red fuzz is. Why are you eating it? Get it out of your mouth. Crow. What is it? Oh my God. This is a tangled up mess. Crow is German Shepherd and a Rottweiler. German Shepherd Rott mix. She is also one of the laziest dogs we've ever had, and she's a puppy. Crow! I say laziest, but she's a puppy, so she still gets into everything. I'm sorry for reading that comment wrong. Her full name is Croatoan. Gotta have weird names for our dogs. Animals. We have dyslexia, so when we look up and we see a word and then our brain automatically corrects it to the word that our brain thinks it is, it's not our fault. Yeah, like the island off of Roanoke, except for it's from history. If you look up Croatoan on Google, you'll pull up a bunch of native history. Oh, baby's gotta go. Baby's gotta go. Alright. Go. Good girl. Yeah, her name is Croatoan. We never name our animals normally. We got Odyssey, Mage, Salad Fingers, Drago, except for we didn't name him. He just came with a weird name. I mean, Dank. I'm pretty sure they kept his name, which is fantastic. I love that. Crow! She did not come back in this time I thought she was. Acrylic system, like acrylic paints or acrylic yarn. Just that. Crow, little lady. Come here, baby. Go. Go. Grow, come on. Inside. Inside. Grow. Come on, baby. Come on, Crow. Oh, okay. Alright. Are you coming in now? Crow? Baby? Baby girl? No? Alright. It is cold outside. Yeah, I feel like we have never and will never name any of our animals normally. Okay. Good girl. Yeah, you're a good baby. Oh, come here, good baby. Come here, good baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh, I got you. I got you. Oh, I got you. Oh, 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 ow, ow. You hurt. You hurt. Oh. Oh, pretty baby. What a pretty baby. She fits on our lap now. Not so much in a couple weeks. You think her ears are gonna perk up? I hope they do. I hope they perk up into those German Shepherd ears, those really nice German Shepherd ears. That would be nice. That would be nice. Oh, baby. Alright. Body saddle. Alright, let's see. Let's see, I gotta try and fold this where the needle is still in there so I can untangle more yarn without it ripping out stitches. All right. That's solid. I love this and how solid it is. All right. Now back to yarn sorting. I'm glad you like my way of folding. What is happening to the yarn? Why is it so messed up? Alright, let's get this out of the way and go back. It's not the right shade of blue for hollow. Although we are planning on making Hollow a blanket of his own. But we're hoping we get some commissions for blankets in. And Crow's chasing her tail. Lots of us crochet in our system because at this point it's the body's muscle memory. So it's like a comfort item for pretty much everyone in our system to come out and crochet. It's kind of like riding horses. We were able to go to college for riding horses because we had so much muscle memory from riding for 13 years that we were just able to go to college for horses without it being a big issue. If someone else fronted that really hadn't been on a horse before. Hollow's blue is very specific. It's a very, very dark, very, very deep shade of blue. This is like a light jersey blue. This is the worst skein of yarn I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I wish I could get a refund, but we've already used most of it. Well, a lot of it anyway. And some of it just didn't freaking. Ugh, it was gross. It was gross. You guys are pretty quiet. I know I'm quiet, but you guys can chat, and I'll look up and try and see what you're saying so I can get through this faster because oh my god, this is the worst skein of yarn I've ever had to deal with. What is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand. How do you get like this? You were factory made and put into the thing. How in the heck do you get like this? I feel like the 10 people here are just kind of humorously watching me struggle. Come on. We watch like Mr. Ballin, true crime stories, disappearances, Chubby Emu, which is like a medical person who talks about short stories of people who go to the hospital for weird things. Like, this grandma ate 10 bars of chocolate. This is what happened to her liver. And he goes on to talk about, like, what happened to her and why it happened and things like that. It's pretty cool. I love Mr. Ballin. Do you see this? This is awful. Crow, what are you doing? I feel like the people who are here should go on Mr. Ballin's stuff and say, heck yeah, Gob Squad sent me, or something like that. And just, like, no one will know unless they know. And that will be fine. That would be one of our, like, inside things. Like, ha, Gob Squad sent me. You have no clue who that is, but I do. Oh my god. I hate this. This is so messed up. For a brand new ball of yarn to have this in it is just a disaster, and I feel like I should get my money back. Shouldn't have to spend this much time on a friggin' ball of yarn. Oh yeah, I also watched the Hoof GP. I don't know if any of you watched the Hoof GP, but he's freaking epic. He's a cow hoof trimmer, and for whatever reason, their videos are just like, oh my god, so amazing. We don't really enjoy Nate the Hoof Guy. We really like the Hoof GP. Nate the Hoof Guy just seems off to us. I don't know. Hi, baby. Hey, baby. Oh, hi. Look at how much skin she has. She has so much skin. She is a good baby. Grow. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna head out because this is like really frustrating. Like, I don't even know how to describe this. This is bonkers. I shouldn't have to go through this with a brand new yarn, but so I guess I am. So I think I'm gonna go before I start swearing up a storm and have someone potentially more angsty than me come out. Um, so I guess I will see y'all in a while. I don't know when we're gonna go live again. Not a lot of people seem to really watch us, which is fine. I guess for the small amount of people that do enjoy us, that's totally good. Anyway, I think we're gonna head out though. So I would like to wish you all a good night and have a good time. I think I'm making a tiny bit of progress on this, but it's not gonna last. So yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye.